While fast-paced gameplay is the main reason people are interested in XDefiant, a lot of new players probably don't know much about the game's 5 playable factions. This isn't meant to be a "what's the best faction in XDefiant" video. All the factions feel powerful and fun in their own ways, but if you just want to know what factions will help you rack up the most kills and aren't really interested in all the faction-specific tips I'm going to give you along the way, the short answer is play Libertad and Echelon. Libertad's stim, AoE healing, and bonus health can make a good player really hard to get rid of. Get a kill, get out, stim, and get another kill. That's the basics of Libertad, really. Oh, and everyone standing in your ultimate gets 200 HP and rapid healing for like 15 seconds. When you select your faction at the start of each map, you can also choose between 2 faction abilities. While most people pick the stim on Libertad, I usually prefer to take El Remedio. You drop a canister on the ground that rapidly heals everyone around it for 25 seconds, which is insanely good for defending objectives and power positions. Echelon's Intel suit gives you UAV pings and partial wall hacks, which obviously synergizes well with an aggressive playstyle. I mean, look how OP it is. It's literally free kills. Oh, that's not the right clip. Their ult gives full-on wall hacks, and a suppressed deagle that 1-taps up close and 2-taps at range. Super punishing in the right hands, but the ammo's limited, so don't miss. Echelon's other ability, the digital ghillie suit, isn't nearly as useful as the Intel suit, but it's still great for stealth gameplay. The biggest tip I have for the ghillie suit is that it's most effective when the user isn't moving. If you need to move, move slowly. You'll be a lot harder to spot than if you were full sprinting. While I liked Libertad and Echelon a lot, I found myself playing a ton more Phantom in the open beta. The mag barrier might be my favorite ability in the game. It's so fun to use and comes in clutch so often, both offensively and defensively. It's been really cool figuring out unique ways to use the wall to catch people off guard. The Aegis is great too for protecting the whole team while forcing objectives, but it's not invincible, so use it wisely because a full team of players shooting it will destroy it pretty quickly. The same goes for the barriers. If you have the opportunity to shoot them down without taking enemy fire, help your team and help yourself because they're probably playing off of that wall and weren't expecting someone to focus on destroying it. Phantoms also have 20 bonus base health, which helps you out in every single gunfight and has definitely saved me more times than I realized. The bonus health makes Phantoms a good faction for new players who are still getting used to the game. The Blitz Shield has its uses too, especially in Escort, but the mag barrier has so much potential, I just can't recommend it enough. Another faction that I've been really liking is DeadSec. I love taking Hijack when I see a couple of Phantoms on the enemy team, because Hijack will steal all enemy deployable abilities in your field of view. So if you hate playing against Phantoms and Libertads, DeadSec's a good choice. Also, their passive restocks their grenades every 12 seconds, so if you really want to disrupt the enemy, equip the EMP grenades. They destroy pretty much every enemy ability, so keep chucking those as they replenish. DeadSec ult disables ability usage in the area entirely too, which is great for stopping those factions in clutch moments. DeadSec's Spiderbot is really good too, maybe a little too good sometimes. The Spiderbot will track down nearby enemies, so you could theoretically follow the Spiderbot and kill its target before it lunges, allowing it to reset and lead you to a new target. I'm not sure how long you could chain this, but it's pretty funny using the Spiderbot as a bloodhound. Good boy. Just remember, listen for the Spiderbot's sound cue, because if it catches you by surprise, there's not much you can do. If you do see one coming for you, don't shoot it unless you have a crystal clear shot. Swat them instead. It's way easier, you just gotta get the timing down. DeadSec is by far my favorite faction. All the abilities are super fun to use, and stealing mag barriers has to be one of my favorite things in this game. I played Cleaners a ton back in the closed beta, but not so much in the open beta, so I didn't get much footage. But listen, while a lot of people will say Libertad and Echelon are the best classes, Cleaners might be the sleeper pick at launch. The Firebomb is especially good for players who opt for close quarters combat, because when you pop it, any nearby players will die almost instantly. And their passive adds incendiary damage to all their guns, so shotguns in particular synergize really well with Firebomb Cleaners. The burn damage can help finish off those low health targets too. The passive is great with marksman rifles and snipers too. Cleaners passive also somewhat counters the Phantom's passive. That 20 bonus health will barely save them a lot of the time, but not against the Cleaner. Cleaner's fire drone counters mag barriers and El Remedio, and the same with their flamethrower ult, which one-shots anyone in range. It also takes down an ulted Phantom or Libertad with ease. If you're getting annoyed with Cleaners firebombing you, just keep your distance. A lot of them will try to close the gap and get an easy firebomb kill on you instead of just shooting you. If you pay attention to this, you can kill them while they're trying to get a good position. If a DeadSec is fast enough, they can hijack fire drones out of the air. Just another reason to play DeadSec. Really, all of the factions are plenty capable of popping off. And remember, you're not locked to one faction. Changing factions based on what your team needs is the best strategy to win most of your games. But I know I'll be locking in Phantom and DedSec the most. I just love the utility they bring to the table in every game mode. Drop a comment down below, what faction are you maining at launch? And what factions do you guys want to see in the future? A lot of people want to see an Assassin's Creed faction. Sounds cool to me. I think there's a lot of room for unique passives, abilities, and ultimates that could be introduced into this game. Thanks for watching, I'm XD, and if you like the video, and subscribe for more XDefiant guides, gameplay, and shorts.